Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Creators Connect series. My name is Luca, but you can call me that camera guy. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support. It's truly appreciated. You and you are here, please do consider subscribing if you like this video. In today's episode of the show, we're joined by a Zimbabwean YouTuber who's actually based in New Zealand, and she runs a self-titled channel called Simply Paidamoyo. Link in the description below, please do check it out. In today's show, we talk about some of the lessons she's learned after 1 year of being on YouTube, and we also hear from her how she's able to navigate the times where she's not feeling particularly creative. So just sit back, relax, and let's connect. Keep it quiet. Let's go. Okay, so again, thank you so much. I always do love to thank people who are joining me for this thing. It does mean a lot. I remember bumping into one of your YouTube videos. I think it was a playlist video, I was like, yo, this goes a vibe, right? And I went through your entire channel and you just out here talking about how you stole from your teacher. I'm like, this is the type of content we need, you know, the rawness and the realness. Where you tell a story. I was like, I need to get you on and hear more about you and get to learn from you as well. So thank you once again for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's an honor. The first question is, how
I'm nervous.
Long? Okay. How long have you wanted to start a YouTube channel? What's the motivation behind this YouTube channel that you've got going on?
Okay, so I've wanted to start a YouTube channel since I was maybe 15, which was a couple of years ago. I won't tell you how many years ago, but it was some years ago. And I just didn't have the resources, and I didn't really know how to. And the motivation behind it has just always been I do a lot of things in my free time, like makeup. I'll maybe sew. I'll go on trips, adventures. I just do a lot of things that I feel like are entertaining. Okay. And I've just always been this loud, bubbly clown. And
we see it on the YouTube channel. We definitely see it on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. So the people who are directly in my life, they enjoy it, and I make people laugh. So I'm why not extend that to the rest of the world? And yeah, so I wanted to do this for a really, really long time. Okay. So yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite part about it? What's your favorite part about YouTube? Why do you come out every day?
What's my favorite part about being a YouTuber?
What's your favorite? Yes. Why do you come out every day and set up your camera and edit and do all that jazz? What's your motivation behind it? What do you enjoy most about it?
Okay. My favorite part would probably be hearing back from people after I post something. So comments and messages, and I don't know, it's just something about knowing that I made someone else laugh or smile, or somebody related to me is just wow. And yeah, that's really, really motivating. I think what keeps me going and doing this is just, I want to stay creative. I want to stay I want my creative life to be there. I want it to be active. I want it to be happening, because a lot of people are creative, but then they just choose a desk job and then their creativity dies.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm deathly afraid of. I never want my creativity to die. I want to always be producing stuff and to be exploring new ways of producing things. So yeah, that's what keeps me doing this every single week. And I just love making people smile and laugh, man. It's rewarding in a way that you really can't replicate.
You're such a vibe. I recommend people to go check out your channel. They're dying. I wish I could be this funny, honestly speaking. Okay, so you are currently studying, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so does YouTube have a part in anything you're studying? Are you doing anything remotely related to anything creative?
I am not.
Okay.
Which is even more why I have to do YouTube, because my current studies are so bland. Oh my god.
Okay, so we're not gonna get into the detail of that. I think that's gonna bore us. What we want to know is,
Okay, yeah.
What we want to know is YouTube gonna be a part of your life forever? Like, how far do you see this YouTube thing going, or will there come a time where you do get that desk job and you're like, you know what, YouTube, I'm putting you on pause?
Ugh, man, I pray that I'll never get like a 9 to 5 that'll take me away from YouTube. I feel like no matter what I'm doing with my life, I'm always gonna be doing YouTube on the side. Yeah, because it kind of keeps me sane, because this loud, fun, bubbly, creative person is like the authentic me. And then the nurse who wears scrubs is just me trying to secure the bag. So yeah, it's going to be a part of my life for, if not the rest of my life, a really long time.
We love to see it, and we're excited for that. Good. I'm happy to hear that, actually. Okay, so you've been on YouTube a little over a year now. I know you did a video on that, and some of the things you've learned, and so on and so forth. But I mean, please share with us here what your biggest lesson has been being on YouTube for a year now. You must have seen and learned a lot. What's the one thing that stands out the most?
Oh, the biggest thing that I've learned from being on YouTube is probably that you have to know what you want to do, not only on YouTube, but in life. You have to know what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, because people will try to steer you in different directions and make you into what they think a YouTuber should be.
Yep.
And you need to know in your head already what you want to be. Otherwise, you get blown left, right, center, and you completely lose yourself. I've had people suggest a lot of different things to me, and I've been like, but is that actually who I am? Is that, is that in line with my values and with what I believe in and stuff like that? And yeah, if you're not in tune with who you are, who you want to be on this platform, then you could easily lose yourself. And that goes for in life as well. So yeah, that's probably the biggest lesson. 100%.
I resonate with that a lot, actually. Having a small little YouTube channel of my own. But okay, is this YouTube thing for you a whatever thing? Like, you're like, okay, let's shoot videos, let's share stuff, let's make people laugh, or you've got particular goals? I know you just recently passed the 500 subscriber mark. Not recently, it's been a minute, but I mean, you made a big deal out of it, and it was like everywhere. So do you have targets? Are you like, this is where I want to be with this YouTube channel thing, these are my goals and things like that?
Absolutely. I believe that you should do everything with goals.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for fun, do it with goals. Even if you're going out partying, have a goal that by this time I'm gonna have this much fun,
What?
By 2 a.m. I must be lying on the streets. You need to have plans, goals. So yeah, I am doing this for fun. I am having fun, enjoying, but at the same time, I do definitely have goals.
Yep.
I want to be able to monetize and stuff like that. I want to be able to have a platform that's big enough for me to share important issues and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely have goals. Definitely reaching them. Road to 1K.
Road to 1K. Here for it, man. Excited for you, honestly. Super fun. Okay, so how much of what you create and release on your YouTube channel is for the people, and how much of it is just you? So I don't know if that question makes sense. Do you create for content based on what people want, or you're like, this is how Paida feels and this is what Paida wants to do, and that's what this channel is going to be about?
Okay. So I'm still actually trying to balance these things.
Okay.
Because I tell people to give me suggestions, but I think I've only taken like 1 or 2.
Why do you do this to the people, man? Come on.
I'm always like, let me know what you want to see, and then I'll just post what I do. But
it's not cool.
I think I'm learning to include what other people want to see. And yeah, it's mostly just what Paida wants to do, what Paida wants to post. But yeah, I'm learning to take suggestions and actually like do this stuff.
Okay, that's cool. I know a lot of they're like two extremes. There's creating what people want, and then creating what you love, and then people fall in love with who you are as an individual. They fall in love with the character, not particularly the content you're creating. I think it's a very thin line between creating what the people like and you're not particularly enjoying it, and it continually drains you every single time. So it's important to make that difference and find a balance between the two, you know? When you don't feel like creating, I know we just see the end product on YouTube. We see you smiling and having fun and having a good time. But I know it's not always every single time that you're like, you know what, I'm in
this
for
is
this.
true.
I want to go and shoot that video. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and sometimes it can be mentally draining. So when you don't feel like creating, how do you stay afloat? How do you relax? How do you take time away from the content to recuperate and, you know, find new ideas?
Right. Okay. So when I don't feel like creating, like when I need time off to think and just be a being, I avoid YouTube altogether. I try to not make these little spells last very long. I had one that was like maybe 2 months. Subscribers were not happy, but I stay away from YouTube, number one, and I try to write and I try to read, and I just like make myself fully present in every moment of my life, so that in being present, I get to see which parts of my life I could potentially document. Like the video I made of me making a dress on Valentine's Day, that was I had already started the whole dress project and I already planned it, and I wasn't going to make a video. But like I was kind of taking time away, and I was like, oh, what could I possibly film? And I was examining my life, and I was like, oh, I'm going to make a dress, I could film this. Whereas like if I was fully immersed in the making videos thing, I probably wouldn't have thought to make that video. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, but like when I kind of take a step back, look at the whole life, see that's entertaining, that's funny, that's embarrassing, we can post it. So yeah.
I love it. Okay. Out of all the videos you've uploaded, it's a lot. What, 40 something videos? Almost 50 videos now. It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
What's your favorite video that you've ever uploaded, and why? There has to be a favorite.
Ooh. I actually don't know. I struggle with this because with every video I post, I feel like my editing gets better, and I really like good editing.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I'm with you on that. No.
Like, so I look at some of my old videos and I'm like, who edited this?
Who's behind
who
this?
let her post this? who let her put this on the internet? Funny. Yeah. Probably I think maybe my makeup tutorial in Shona. Because first of all, a lot of people had some good laughs from that.
That was funny. I had a good time. I was dying. I was like,
it's just, yeah, a lot of people really liked it, and yeah.
I enjoyed that one. I really did enjoy it. Okay, here's a question. I know that with growth comes certain changes, you know. With growth comes certain things that your fan base, quote unquote, will start to expect of you. And a lot of the time, a lot of what they expect doesn't really align with what you believe in. And I know you're big on your Christian belief, and that's no secret. You openly talk about it and make videos about it as well. Are there things that you've struggled with in terms of creativity, and be like, you know, this is stuff that I can't release because of what I believe in? Or do you look in the future and say, when I get to a certain point, there's still things that I will openly say no to because of what I believe in? So basically, does your Christian belief have a big impact on your creativity?
Right. Yeah, they do. My beliefs definitely have a big impact on my creativity. And I'm grateful that it's not in a way where I I'll come up with I'll come up with an idea, then I'll be like conflicted.
Yeah.
It's in a way that I won't even come up with ideas that are not in line with what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So my beliefs definitely influence what I put out there, but I don't find myself being conflicted or going back and forth about what I can post, because I feel like it's so deep-seated, like deeply rooted in me, that I won't even come up with ideas that, And also, my parents watch my channel, man. That'll make me behave.
You stay straight, bruh. I feel you.
I saw my dad watching a video. There was nothing wrong with the video. It was absolutely appropriate, but yet I was shaking.
Like,
I was like,
no.
what? Yeah. Yet I knew nothing was wrong with the video. Like, I feel like it's subconscious. I just don't even think about things. Yeah,
that is so funny. I can relate to that. That's good. I love that. Okay, my last question. To finish off, I know it feels so short.
This feels so short.
Yeah, but I think that's the idea. We don't want to bore people, but as well get to learn a lot from them, And I think you answered some very, very important questions about YouTube and how you're navigating through it. And I know a lot of that information is going to be helpful to a lot of people out there as well. So we're gonna play a little game afterwards, just to round this off. But the last question is: out of everything you've done and your entire creative journey, is there anything you'd do differently? I know you mentioned some of those videos. Who allowed her to post those? But is there anything you would do differently, or you're perfectly fine with the way your creative journey has taken its toll and seeing where you are now and things like that?
I'm somebody who believes that things happen for a reason.
100%.
So I am okay with and accepting of how my journey has gone so far. Yep. But if I could change some things, I would, number one, learn how to edit better and learn sooner. I would invest more in that, because when I started this, oh my God. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. I have PTSD. Anyway. And also, I would be more consistent. I didn't realize the importance. Okay, I realized the importance, but I just couldn't be bothered of consistency. And I would be way more consistent because seeing my subscriber growth in the season that I'm being consistent, and then comparing it to when I was stuck on 65 subscribers for 2 months. I'm like, what was I doing differently? I was posting one video a month. Yeah. That was the difference. So I would edit better and be more consistent from the very beginning if I could change anything. But aside from that, it's been rad. It's been cool.
Okay, I just got another question. I'm sorry, but I need to ask this. I've been asking it to a lot of people, and I think it's important to figure out how different people are dealing with balancing school and YouTube. I mean, you mentioned that you were posting one video a month, but all of a sudden you're posting 10,000 videos a day, right? How are you able to balance such a demanding creative schedule with a nursing degree, right? I mean, that's not play.
Scheduling them all for that whole week. And in that week, I won't touch my studies.
I can relate.
Then I'll spend the next week.
I can relate.
So the brain this, the liver that, diabetes this, and then the next week YouTube again. It's a bit messy, but it's working for now.
It's working for now.
Yeah,
I've heard some very interesting things, and a lot of people are like, you can't balance it. You just can't balance it. You work through it. It's hard to find the balance between the two. It's very difficult. You just work through it. But it's good to hear your side of it and how you're working through it. Very interesting. But thank you so much for answering those questions. It was super fun, super cool.
It's been a lot of fun. I wish this was longer.
Wow. We can do what we can do actually is have a part 2. Right. So when we get to 1,000 subscribers, right?
I'm down.
We'll have a 1,000 subscribers special.
Yes.
Have you on. Exactly. So we're definitely going to bring you on again when you get to 1,000 subscribers. In fact, what we could do is bring you on after every 500 subscribers.
Yes. What an idea. Someone should pay you.
Oh, that would be so good. But thank you so much. I enjoyed it. So again, like before we finish, we're gonna play a little game. I don't know if we can call it a game, but I'm gonna ask you. We're gonna play this or that, right? So I'm gonna give you two options, and then you're gonna tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be so fun. Okay, so the first one is Apple or Samsung.
If Samsung had Apple cameras, I'd say Samsung, but they don't, so Apple.
I can't believe she actually thought about that. Wow, it's crazy. Many people are just like, you know what? I'm with my brand and I'm sticking to it.
No, I'm not like blindly loyal. Listen. Samsung memory, that is no joke. You know how long I've been paying for that extra few gigs on my iCloud? Ridiculous. But like it doesn't take my selfies the way I want, so
I feel you. You're counting the cost, you know?
Yeah.
Pros and cons. Okay, summer or winter?
Summer.
Why summer?
Because I get browner in summer.
I
live somewhere where it's not very sunny often. Summer's the one time I really get to be, you know, brown and not yellow.
Fair.
I really like being like, you know, tanned and golden. And yeah, I just get so pasty in winter, it's gross.
I feel you on that. It's a good reason. I love winter for one reason and one reason only. It's because it makes for beautiful aesthetic when I'm taking photos. So
it does so.
Down for winter all day, every day. Introverts or extroverts?
Pardon?
Introverts or extroverts?
Like for me to interact with?
What are you?
Oh, what am I?
Yes.
I'm an omnivert.
That wasn't on the options though. Come on.
I added it. Okay, listen. This is the thing. It really depends on It depends on a lot. It depends on, have I eaten? Did it rain today? Like there are people who've met me who are like, she's the most quiet person I've ever met in my life. Oh my God. Then there are people who have met me who are like, this person can talk.
Is loud.
So I don't think I hold to one, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Chocolate or vanilla?
Ooh. These are hard, man. Let's say chocolate. Yeah, chocolate. Classic.
Chocolate. Okay, I don't like chocolate.
You say you don't like chocolate?
I hate chocolate.
Sorry, I have to go. What?
Yo, somebody took that one personally.
I did take that personally.
How do you not like disgusting. It's so cliche. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry, but we keep it real on this channel. You know,
a little too real.
We don't shoot.
Gosh, okay.
Yo, okay, let's move on before I get taken down from YouTube actually for saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tea or coffee? Tea or coffee?
Tea, definitely tea. I only drink coffee if I like need a caffeine rush. But tea is just like tea is good for the soul.
Tea is the plug. It actually is good for the soul. I can agree with you on that. Okay, Nike or Adidas?
Neither. I'm not a brands person.
I'm not a brands
person. I own one pair of Nikes and I didn't buy them for myself. I don't like the idea of paying so much for something that I can get for so much less. Just because it has a symbol on it. So I don't buy
you need
brands.
a medal for that. You need a medal for that statement, honestly. No. People need to Yo,
'Cause
that's facts right
I
there.
almost bought some Nike leggings, and let me tell you, I was in the store, and then I was like, okay, but how much did the person who made these leggings get paid for me to be paying $90 for them?
Straight facts.
I left.
We don't think about that though. Yo,
I can't help but think about it.
That's
Stuff
deep.
like that. See, my mind is a bit overactive sometimes. When it's not necessary, I think. Like in my exams, dololo. But
Yeah.
when it's not necessary, I just keep thinking. So yeah, I didn't buy the leggings.
We walked out of the
I'm not a
store.
brands person. We walked out of the store empty-handed.
Nah, I resonate with that. I'm not a big brands person myself. But if I was to choose one, I think I'd definitely go for Adidas or Under Armour.
I mean, yeah,
Just the
Adidas has
aesthetic.
a nice symbol.
The aesthetic
I
is
guess.
good.
Yeah.
Yes, they've got a nice. Did you say nice symbol?
Yeah,
As
it's
in-
cute. I mean, a tick is basic. Come on. Takes me back
This
to
is
primary
funny.
school.
This is so funny. Adidas for the tick, for the symbol. All right.
Yeah.
Text message or phone call? Are we gonna text or are we gonna call?
We're gonna call. No, that's
Yeah,
a lie. I don't pick up phone calls.
Hectic. Hectic.
We're gonna voice message. We're gonna voice message.
Hectic.
Because I'm not good at
You
answering.
don't pick up calls.
My phone lives on Do
Yo.
Not Disturb. Because if not, I'm going to spend a lot of time on it. And I'm not trying to do that. So,
Mhm.
it depends on who you are. Like, if you call me, I'd probably pick up. And then there may be like
Yo.
5 other people on that list. And those people I'd be willing to talk on the phone with a lot. But then for the vast majority, it's like voice message or
Sure.
yeah. I get really bad with my phone sometimes, and it's not.
That's
good.
intense. That's intense.
Yeah.
Okay, are we gonna read the book or we're gonna watch the movie?
We're gonna read the book. We're gonna read the book.
Really?
We're reading the book because the books are always
I
far more
can't.
detailed. The books are, I feel
can't
like
finish a
movies
book.
just don't have that thing, you know?
Cut
First of all-
that.
cut that. My movies are not cut that. I also suck at watching movies. I'm that person that like the opening scene will happen and I'll be like, is she dead? What? Where are they going?
You're the one who talks in the entire
It's
movie. Yo,
me.
dude, we're not hanging. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Go read your book. Okay. we
I'm
watch
so
the
bad.
movie.
And if I'm not talking, I'm asleep. Or I'm like, can we get more popcorn?
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
just-
those are the worst, bro.
I
I'd rather you talk and be there in the movie than sleep. Oh.
listen, what do you expect me to do if you turn off the lights? Huh? What
Oh, it's that ambiance. Come on, bro. We're trying to set the
ambiance? I'm falling
mood.
asleep, please. May nobody's son ever try ambiance with me. I will snore. Oh my gosh.
At least now we know. Now we know. Now we know. That was good. Okay, I think so. The next question is probably going to be like irrelevant because it was comedy or horror, and I'm like, yo, dude.
Ooh, I do have a preference.
Okay, good then. Yes.
Horror. Does that make me a monster?
Okay. Okay. What's your favorite horror movie?
See, I
What
can't.
pops
I
into
can't.
mind?
Ooh.
What pops into mind?
My favorite
There we go.
horror movie.
That one. That's the one.
Maybe In the Tall Grass. Right now.
That movie was weird. Bro. Like,
Exactly.
it had no direction. What do you mean, bro? Come
No,
on,
you
nah,
must.
dude.
You must like.
Nah.
You have to think about it. That's the thing that I
There
love.
You go nuts. You
It
go
was
mad
a
trying to think about what's going on in
metaphor.
that movie.
It was a metaphor about false prophets. You listen. It's a lot of thinking. Probably the only reason I was able to stay awake because I had to think. But yeah, it's probably my
It was
favorite
too
at the
much.
moment.
I struggled so much.
To be honest, the first time I saw it, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
You watched it the second time.
I fell asleep the first time I watched it because I do people's
You
hair.
put yourself through that.
Yeah, I do people's hair. So like when I'm braiding hair, we'll like watch movies on Netflix. So I've seen it a couple of times, and I think on the second time round, that's when I was like, "Hey, this is interesting." So yeah,
Nah. Weird movie, that one.
It's good. I love Stephen King. Great
Didn't
guy.
sleep well.
Talented man.
Yeah. Didn't sleep well at all. Okay, I've got 3 more, sadly. And that's we run it up. Are we gonna be singing or we're gonna be dancing? What do you enjoy most? What do you prefer more? And we've seen both on your channel, so I'm like, I really need to know. That's why that's there. Like, I'm confused. Where you at with it?
We're doing both at the same time, but we're singing terribly.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah, my preference is probably dancing. Thinking about some of the sounds that come out of me, I probably prefer dancing.
We've seen it. Yep. Girl likes to groove.
Yeah.
Loves her music. I'm with that. But I mean, when it comes to the singing part, yeah, come me out. I'm not that guy. Not that guy. You're good. Not that guy. Okay, are we wearing sweaters or hoodies?
Ooh. You know what? I really like hoodies in theory.
In theory?
But like...
What?
On paper, the concept is nice.
What?
When it comes to practicality, I always have big hair, man. The hood never gets over my head. First of all, my parents gave me a big head to begin with. And then I like big hair. So it's just never, it just doesn't, never.
I'm dying.
So it doesn't go together. So yeah, it would have to be sweaters with scarves on to, mimic the hoodie feeling.
Okay. Okay. I love that. Are we gonna watch sports or play sports?
Hi. We are going to. I'm thinking, should I lie?
Should you lie? Hey.
No.
Hectic.
We are going to watch. Okay, first of all, I'm not athletic. I used to be really athletic. I'm trying to get back into it. But at the moment, I'm not going to come here and lie in front of God's people and say I'm athletic. I'm not. So I'm definitely not playing the sports. But
oh my
when it comes to watching sports, I either get way too invested, way too emotional. I want to fight everybody. I'm crying. Or I just don't care at all. Like, there are two extremes with me watching sports. So I try to avoid watching sports for that reason.
The last one. Last and final one. Are we going to go to the gym or we're going to watch Netflix? Haha.
We're going to go to the gym and then watch Netflix after. I feel like I've just been cheating this whole game.
The same thing. I was like, bro, let's just go to the gym and then watch Netflix after.
Who's stopping us from doing both?
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, the gym is important. I recently realized after not fitting any of my clothes anymore, the gym is important. But Netflix is also important.
Yeah, Netflix is very important.
Do both in one day.
Netflix is very important as well.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. Yo, thank you so much. Simply Paida for this. It was super fun, super cool. Even though it's like 1 a.m. here, it's I really did enjoy it. It's been super cool. Thank you for taking time out. Thank you for all your answers and all the laughs, and it's been really cool. I do look forward to a part 2, and then we can make that longer or have more questions with it and things of that sort. But I do wish you all the best with school and everything.
Thank you.
And with the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that reaction. That was one. Yo, that's gonna be on the internet for a long time. They're gonna know she doesn't like her school. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot.
Thank you for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
With
like all the obstacles it took to finally get here.
This is what, the 10th time?
We've been through some things. I think it's like number 35.
Yeah, 35.
Attempt number 35.
Yeah. I was waiting. It was funny, you couldn't hear me though. When you joined the Zoom call initially and you couldn't hear me, I was literally like, what if we just reschedule it and do it next week? Would have been so much more funny if you heard it in the moment. But then I realized.
No.
Well, so much for being a funny guy. But it's cool. Okay, actually, this Zoom call is about to end. It's about to end in like a minute. So,
okay.
So you can rejoin the link.
Okay.
Right. Can we do that? I'm sorry.
That's alright. You need to stop saying I'm sorry.
Hey.
Every time you say I'm
mama
sorry,
taught me.
every time you say I'm sorry, you send me $10.
Easy, bro. What do you mean?
So you owe me at least like 100 at this point. Anyway, moving on.
I'm just gonna go get my gun real quick, jump into the woods, and start hunting for those bucks.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's rejoin this link. Let's rejoin this link.
Cool.
Quick. Okay. Start. Oh.
Hey, fever. I'm sending this footage to you, aren't I? Hi. We are waiting in the waiting room. Oh, I'm in.
I'm just realizing you said that I owe you $300. I did not say sorry 300 times. There's something wrong with your counting. 100%. You need to revisit that counting.
Oh my god.
Definitely something wrong there.